28 years. That's how long it took Norway to qualify for the World Cup. On the other side, 60 years is how long England has waited to win the World Cup. And this Saturday, both these stories clash in Miami, and we will see which story gets to keep on going. This is a tale like no other. A Viking who was told that his country would never be good enough to play in the World Cup again. Most people thought that Haaland would have to play his entire career without participating in the World Cup, and every time he gets to a World Cup year, he will be left off or completely wrote off out of the Ballon d'Or list. And two Englishmen who carry the obsession of an entire nation on their back, trying to bring it home after every single time of disappointment. And one of them wasn't even part of the script. His own countrymen said that he wasn't deemed fit enough to participate, to represent his country. But now, in the times of terror, in those moments where England had looked that they needed a spark of brilliance, they needed that dog in them, they needed someone to take the reins, it has either been Harry or Jude. The disrespect was something that I've never seen before. And now, right, 28 years, a whole Norwegian generation grew up as kids, never getting to experience what I, as a Nigerian, even got the chance and the privilege to. You know, after every 4 years growing up, you know, that build up to the World Cup, getting to experience and fan and cheer. Not just cheer like a fan, not just a fan of, oh, I'm a fan of Arsenal, Barcelona, Real Madrid, but it's something that's a little bit more personal. It's your country, watching your country, doing it against other countries at the highest level, and a whole 28 years Norwegian kids were deprived of that right. Haaland said, I must get there. In 1994, that was the last time Haaland participated in the World Cup, his own that day. And in 2019, when he had his own debut, his goal wasn't to win the Ballon d'Or, neither was it to win the Champions League, neither was it to win the EPL or set even the goal records, because he's a goal machine, he's a robot, as they like to say. His goal was like, I will do it. I will bring Norway to the World Cup. That was his only goal. And they are here today. On the other side is a different flavor of pain. Right? In 1966, that was the last time that England won the World Cup. Decades upon decades have passed. It's finally coming home. It's finally coming home, but never finds its way home. Far away from home, as most would say. But when you come to think about it, Harry Kane is the Englishman with the most goals in the World Cup. And at the points, we always said the Harry Kane curse. Because when he was in Tottenham Hotspur, I'm an Arsenal fan, I know how prolific of a goal scorer he is. But unfortunately, he just didn't seem to get it over the line. But he has a Bayern, and probably this is that year. And Jude, against all the odds, right? He could arguably be England's most important player. In fact, he is England's most important player. He could arguably be England's best player. Because although Harry is doing his goal scoring feat, Jude is doing it on both ends of the pitch. 4 goals. How many miles of the matches? If you watch the Mexican game, you could see the large disc clearance he did. He's an engine. He's basically a generator for that England team. And when in times of need, he comes in clutch. Now, this wasn't just feat like Haaland getting Norway here. It wasn't a mistake. It wasn't okay, they just got here. No. They deserved to be here. They went through an 8-0 run, an 8-0 in the qualifiers, knocking out Italy before they had to take the qualifier route, which they lost to Bosnia. Right? And in this World Cup, they played the first game, they won. The second game, they won. The last game that they lost 4-1 against France, it's not as if the 4-1 was a demolition. No. Their coach rested their best players because they have already gone through. They didn't really see a need to use all their firepower if they're already through. And even if they did, they still played a beautiful brand of football. They just happened to lose. And in the round of 32, they played Ivory Coast, and Haaland scored a 9 minutes to get them to the next round. Then they played Brazil, and this is the part that should scale England fans the most, right? This Norwegian team were capable of having 65% position against a Brazil team. Odegaard, Berg, they ran the show. Like, they controlled most of the ball. They made Brazil look like the underdogs. Brazil has impeccable talent in Vinicius Junior, their wingers, and the quality of players. So they will look dangerous in certain moments. But don't let this deceive you. No, that was Norway's game. Norway didn't just win, they deserved to. And for Any Haaland barely even had a touch of the ball before his 2 goals. So even if England finds a way to dominate that Norwegian team, which I don't think will happen, in a blink of an eye, that's how deadly Erling Brand Haaland is. So that match is going to be something really interesting, and it's not just Erling Brand Haaland, right? The coach still. The last time Stell played, he was part of that Norwegian team that played in the 1998 World Cup. Was part of the last Norwegian team that participated in the World Cup before this one. And he also, but he was a substitute, right? Was a substitute. And they beat Brazil also. And what are the odds that he was the same coach who also brought in substitutions of Oscar Bob and the person who assisted Haaland twice in that game? Everything's look like the stars are aligned for this Norwegian team because they play a beautiful brand of football. It wasn't easy. They have one of the deadliest strikers in the world. And also on the other end of the tunnel, it seems like every single thing is lining up for England. This could be their year. On paper, currently they are the best team in that other side of the water. They have a better team than Norway. They have better players that are more informed than Argentina players. Harry Kane is having the best season of his life. Not just him being an anomaly. 70 something goals in 53 appearances or so. And it's not just the goal scoring numbers because we all know that Harry Kane can score goals. He's involved in every aspect of the play. He's making passes like a quarterback. He's acting like a register. He's linking up play. He's detecting play as a striker and still finishing up these goals. He's the marksman. And I think that England could potentially pull this off if they could get past the Vikings. Let this not fool you. These players are not the only players in their team, right? Solot, Yose, Berg, Burge, Odegaard, Oscar Bob, the whole Norwegian team are a unit. And I'm telling you that Declan Rice is going to have a long ass day trying to break that rhythm of the team by himself alone. Elliot Anderson has been amazing. Right, but let's also remember that Tuchel, though most people have questioned his decisions, has done pretty well with this England side. They are also that white back position is something that has me having a lot of questions with Kwanzaa getting the red. And also let's talk about England. They got past Croatia, which was an amazing game. The Ghana game was a little bit hard. They came back against the Congo. Their match that was very, very interesting against Mexico. Jude Bellingham being the only person apart from Diego Maradona to score a brace in the stadium. And that stadium also was funny enough because that stadium also was part of England's history for the hand of God, as a little teaser there. But now, coming to think about it, that match could go either way. Like, let nobody think that Norway is the underdog or this. That match has what it takes to be a blockbuster, and that's the match that I was even looking forward to the most. Even the France and Morocco game, I was just trying to hear what's on France, which was unsuccessful. But this was a match that I'm really, really looking forward to because I'm an Arsenal fan. I love Declan Rice. I really starting to get to appreciate Jude Bellingham. As an Arsenal fan, I know it sounds like a crime, but I respect Harry Kane, and this is the best football I've seen from him in a while. Probably making me love how he has matured like fine wine. And Erling Braut Haaland has become Mr. Inevitable. He has more goals than games for Norway, and he has scored in 14 consecutive games for Norway. I really hope that you guys are excited as I am for this match coming Saturday. Like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts and what you think that the game might go and what you have learned from the video. And see you in the next one.